In this video, I want to talk about Kier Starmer, painful budget. When you hear that term, painful, it reminds me of 3 weeks ago when I collapsed outside the hospital and I was diagnosed with having a level 2 respiratory problems and also heart failure. I'm waiting for an echo diagram to assess the level of my heart damage. It was painful. It was really painful. It's like someone getting a hammer and hitting it on the edge of your finger. You know, the nerve hits home, you know, to be told you have heart failure. You know, and even my kidneys, I've never taken drugs in my life, never smoked, so I don't understand what caused it. However, it reminds me, you know, of that painful experience. When Kiers Starmer said that, you know, he's going to introduce a painful and unpopular, you know, budget, you know, even the Tories, a Conservative, a money party, didn't come up with anything like that. They didn't alarm you in that way, because the politicians know if they warn you in advance that they're going to hit the poor, if they tell you in advance that they're going to take away the pension fuel from old people, you're not going to vote them. So these politicians will lie till the cows come home. They're in a business to lie, not to tell the truth, because to tell the truth will cost you votes. What surprises me is how people still believe in these politicians. If you look at the manifesto and the policies that Labour has compared to Tories, especially in regards to Israel, they always seem to read from the same music sheet. They never differ. The what do you call it? The universal credit, etc. You know, started from Tories. They wanted to attack poor people and amalgamate, you know, everything into universal credit. And what did Labour did? They thought, I love that idea. When Labour Party brought in the speed camera, and Tories promised, if you vote them, they'll get rid of the speed camera. Did they? No. Because they realize they can make money from it. But because people have very poor memories, the government rely on that fact that people have poor memories. The Labour Party is supposed to be a socialist, supposed to represent working class. But do you know something? The rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer. I'm waiting, you know, for an assessment, an echo for my heart. I'm not rich, so I can't go to a private, you know, clinic. I wish I could. I wish I could go private, but I can't because I can't afford it. The rich people, they don't go through what the average person has to go through. I'm on a waiting list. In fact, the reason why I ended up with heart failure is because I suffer from CPAP, sleep apnea, and I use a CPAP machine every night. If I don't use it, I'll drop dead. I need oxygen. But because I was waiting for that machine for more than 12 weeks. According to the respiratory nurse, that's why I ended up with heart failure. That's why I ended up passing out, collapsing, because I didn't have that machine. Those kind of things don't happen to rich people. They money bail them out. England pretend they have no money, yet Kier Starmer is investing in nuclear energy, investing in arms industry. I don't know how much more protection you need. Can you imagine if I'm a celebrity and I have the biggest guys around me? What more protection do I need? Something does not make sense. They're spending billions on arms deal with all this country, India, Saudi Arabia, billions, yet they can't even afford to pay pensioners. They can't even afford to lift poor people out of poverty, yet they claim they're socialist. It's because they lie to you and you put up with it and you take it and you vote them why they could do the same. I don't trust any of them. From Nigel Farage, I don't trust. Look, Nigel Farage, let me tell you about Nigel Farage. He went to this place where they're supposed to be all racist and he got their votes. Do you know what this says? They says as soon as Nigel Farage got the votes from these racists, I put quote, he suddenly disappeared, hasn't even attended one of his surgery. He used people. That's what politicians do. Nigel Farage is a millionaire, yet he claims he represents white working class. This is how they conquer and divide. This is how they keep you confused and messed up, while the rich get richer. The poor are fighting amongst themselves. They put a spell on poor people. That's why the poor people, the last revolution from the poor was the peasant revolt. I think it was the 1300s, which brought in the new tenants laws. But was it not for the peasant revolt, these tenants laws would not have been brought in and obviously improved upon. As long as poor people are willing to put up with the manipulation, the lies, the deceit, the broken promises, they will keep doing it. Nuclear weapons, nuclear war, arms industry, billions. Where's that money going to? Yet the first casualty of their greed is always poor people. The first casualty of their greed. Yet poor people think, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to vote them because if I vote, they're going to look after me. I'm white. They're going to look after me. But this is what they rely on. This is how they deceive you. Kier Starmer is no different to the Tories. In fact, none of them are different. You know why? Once you get in power, you have to serve corporate companies or they'll kick you out. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. You can't claim you love poor people and yet serve the corporate interest, serve the 5%ers or the 1%ers. You can't do it. You can't serve two masters at the same time. And when you wake up and realize that, you will smell the coffee and realize you've been taken for a ride. People are struggling economically. The cost of living. Now the Labour Party is going to introduce a pound a mile, knowing some people can't even afford to go to work. Never mind pay a pound a mile. They're crippling poor people. And until there's a revolt, a mutiny, a revolution, they will continue with their tricks.
We have to think about healthcare very, very differently. And I think we're going to have to move to an insurance-based system of healthcare. Frankly, I would feel more comfortable that my money would return value if I was able to do that through the marketplace of an insurance company than just us trustingly giving 100 billion a year to central government and expecting them